Pladio Ray.
I'm having a little fun on this one. That's right, yeah.
Riding in these cars, I'm a star on the boulevard.
I think you like it, baby. I think you like it, baby.
That I'm the man and your main man can't comprehend.
That's right.
Riding in these cars, I'm a star on the boulevard.
Come on, star, baby. Come on. You know who you dealing with? Let's go, Eli. Crunch time.
That I'm the man and your main man can't comprehend.
You're listening to the Pladio Ray Show on 1099 Crunch Time Radio.
Hey, welcome to the Pladio Ray Show. It's your boy, Mr. LATL. Still rocking here with you, man. I'm rocking on season 1, episode 5 right now. Just trying to get back to the basics and get back to getting my job done properly, man. Thank you for listening and welcome again to the Pladio Ray Show.
Pladio Ray.
All right, I kind of wanted to kick it off with the same flow and flavor I normally have it. So I'm going to start with the Through My Eyes segment. And, you know, I took a week off because of some family stuff that happened. So last week, you know, I was trying to catch back up with me right now. So with the family issues and getting some other stuff taken care of, I finally get to sit down and have my conversation with you guys again, you know. And this one goes out to you know, all the people around here in my age group, you know, the older generation, these 80 babies out here, and most of them have kids at this point. And you know, as a father myself, I'm thinking, what do you do? You know, how do you handle yourself when you see your child get hurt? And, you know, there's really nothing you can do about it. And that's kind of where I've been at right now because, you know, my daughter was in an accident and she broke her nose. And that was kind of like a shock to me, you know, because God forbid, I have never broken a bone in my body, so I don't know what that feels like. So if they say she broke her nose and I'm like, you know, it's cartilage or whatever, you know, it's not like a bone snapping, but, you know, I imagine it hurts, you know, beyond belief. So, you know, you go to the hospital, you sit with them, you try to make them feel like it's okay, you know, and that first day when it happens, it's like it looks fine, but then it kind of progressively grows, and it's like you watch their face swell and swell and swell, and it just looks like 3 rounds in a Mike Tyson Holyfield fight. Like this, just, and nobody was guarding. Like it was all slugfest straight to the face, and you're looking and you're like, wow, I want to sit in for you on this one. I wish I could take that from you, you know, because it's like you got to watch your face get black and blue and swell up, and now she got black eyes and a broken nose, and it's like, yo, it's like somebody beat on your daughter, and it's like, yo, that infuriates you to no end. So, you know, I've been dealing with that lately and just trying to get through that. And, you know, she's way stronger than I was at the time. So it was just like, she was ready to get through it and ready to get it done. And, you know, she did avoid school for like the rest of the week because she was, you know, kind of embarrassed of her face. And, you know, I kind of sat with her like, I get it. You know, if, you know, a lot of America gets it. If you stepped outside with your face messed up or something bubbling out of your face, y'all freak out for zits. You know, imagine having a broken nose and 2 black eyes. You know, you want to go sit in school with shades on, you know, sit in the class with your lokes on like it's 88 degrees and the sun is out. So, you know, I told her like, yo, it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. And, you know, it's okay to want to hide for a minute, but you got to be brave enough to go back. So luckily she was brave enough to go back and deal with the getting through it, because like you're not going to get past the emotional hangups you got about getting something done until you go and get something done. So she luckily went to school, got through that first day, got through the gawking and the staring and the, you know, at the question asking, you know how it is. And, you know, you get that little feeling, because everybody remembers being in school, man. Nobody's as cruel as school children. They can't wait to talk about you. They can't wait to let you have it. So luckily she was able to get through that, and, you know, now she goes to school with ease. So I just wanted to get that off my chest, and I'm proud of my little girl for getting through, you know, what she got through in order to go back to school. And I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but you know, a car accident of that magnitude and to walk away with a broken nose is you know, it's pretty graceful. So I'm happy that she soldiered through it, and that, you know, we get to go ahead and continue on with our work and be good dads and, you know, raise these great kids.
Pladio Ray.
What's been going on around here lately, as it seems, is just a lot of back and forth. Right now we got I wish I could remember her name right now. It eludes me, and I'm sorry, but the new lady they hired to deal with the schools and the funding for the schools, and she's like some silver spoon rich lady who never had to borrow some money or have somebody fund their education for whichever reason, and now she's out here changing the game up for the community. And not that to say that communities like ours are always going to need a handout, and that's kind of what she's saying. Like, she wants to pull the money because we're out here, you know, and we need this money for this, that, and the other. And we got school choice is what they say. You know, we got a choice of schools because, you know, just because we're Negroes or the minority, we have to go to only Negro and minority schools, you know. So we've got lottery and choices and things like that, especially down here in Georgia. You know, we got the options to do magnet schools and School of the Arts and things like that. So now they want to take that funding away, saying that we're not going to grant money for kids to have these options to choose a better school if they don't want to go to a school that's in their community. Like, if you went to, you know, for instance, my home school, Redan High School, and Redan High School turned into, you know, Hood Fest 99, and you're like, I don't want to be here because there's nothing but craziness going on in school all day in the hallways, and the teachers don't care, the staff don't care, and nobody cares. You're trying to tell me that I can't get some help getting up out of here because I actually care about my education? You know, I'm an artist. Maybe I want to do something in the School of the Arts. I want to dance. I want to sing. I want to paint. You know, I want to do something different. Or I want to go to magnet school because I want to, you know, be sitting in on the higher education kind of classes and where I'm learning stuff that they're not teaching you in these other classes. You know, everybody can't afford $30,000 a month in private school fees to have a classroom with 4 or 5 kids in it and somebody really making sure that little Timmy gets it. You know, we don't have that option. And so that seems to be the thing. And I promise I really feel bad for not remembering this lady's name, and I really don't even care to look her up right now, but I know she's a new lady that just got hired into her position, and she's already pushing all the wrong buttons for our community, and there's been a lot of uproar about it. She's trying to blame all this school choice stuff on historically black colleges, and black people did this, and we started this, and I'm like, you know, talking with someone last night, like, how is that our fault? You know, that as a historically black community, all we want to do is enrich our lives in the same way that you get the chance to enrich yours. But when we try to do it, it's a problem. It's, we got all these choices. We need funding for this. I'm like, everybody gets funding from something. You know, America's funded on 400 years of slavery and cotton money and all that other stuff. Y'all got y'all funding early. Now we're free and getting a chance to try to do our own thing, and we out here looking for some funding, something to make us some money so we can make some money, and it's a problem. You know, that was it for that. I just wanted to get that little rant off about this lady and her issues with our community and trying to take the funding away so our kids don't have options on what schools they go to. We all end up with the same crap education that they're teaching in school anyway. So hopefully we can get past that and, you know, still work on getting rid of this whole administration, because right now this administration is taking us into a dark age and we need to be able to fight for it.
Pladio Ray.
So anyway, here again on the Pladio Ray Show, and you know, I'm trying to get back to basics because I really wanted to run my segments and my shows a certain kind of way, but you know, it can't always happen the way you want, and that's another lesson in life that, you know, that you need to learn early. And I'm learning mine as I go. Like I said, you know, a couple episodes ago, I'm trying to figure out my way past this gap in this big opening of space where I'm trying to get my quality to match what I got going on. So, you know, I be wanting certain things to happen for myself, but then I realized, like, this show really is about me wanting to have a place to voice my opinions and to talk about some stuff I'm interested in. Like, you know, I got to talk with my brother about the music game and what he's got going on. You know, I got to interview my younger brother about photography. Like, you know, this is my family. These are my people, you know, and I don't communicate well, you know, with people in real life. you know, if that makes any sense to anybody. Like, yeah, I'll holler at you, you know, if you're sitting here in front of me and we were doing this work and I'm working on this podcast. Yeah, I'm asking you all kinds of questions. I'm interested in your life. You know, I'm not interested in these people's lives or anybody else's life for that matter. It's just that I'm kind of fixated in my own, so I don't really step out and, you know, I don't step out of my bubble to say, yo, how are you doing? You know, because for me, I'm over here grinding into my, you know, heels out of my shoes. You know, I'm damn near walking on these streets barefooted, grinding so hard in these kicks. You know, not literally, you know, because my shoe game's crazy, but you know, I mean, metaphorically, I'm out here on the move, so I don't really check for people. You know, I don't check with my brothers. I don't check with my mother and my father, though I should. You know, I check with my kids all the time, every day, because they my responsibility. But if you're not directly my responsibility, man, I kind of don't really check for you like that. You know, I might what up every now and then. You know, I've let a lot of people in and out of my life, a lot of females. Everybody's gone, you know, because I don't pay no mind. And, you know, a lot of people want your attention, and I want attention for myself. But, you know, I don't have time to give you my attention. And most of the time, I don't have time to receive your attention. You know, so I just, you know, I am who I am, but I'm working on it. So this is my way of communicating with the world and getting out there and try to have some conversations, you know, talk about some stuff that's interesting to me or you, you know, if you like what you're hearing, please, you know, comment, let me know what you think. Because, you know, I don't mind having these conversations. I don't mind talking to you, even if you got to call me over the phone and I got the phone next to the microphone, like, yo, welcome to the Pladio Ray Show. What can I do you for? You know, so I'm basically going to be like, I got to figure out my own thing. So if I got to work this show and I'm the only person on my show, you know, once or twice out of the month, then so be it. I'm just going to find a way to entertain y'all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should start coming up with different things to do and different characters, you know, be on here doing silly things. You know, I find myself in positions of, you know, comical ventures from time to time. So maybe I should start hitting y'all with these 3 to 4 minute Vine type clips, you know, some real on some sideball stuff, making it real funny for you. You know, and I hate to have to sit up here and redo my segments and think like that, but you know, it is what it is.
Pladio Ray.
On another note, I wonder what y'all are out there listening to right now. Like, I know I'm a little late. And I'm possibly really late, but that J. Cole, that for Your Eyes Only, banger. I'm listening to that right now, heavy rotation. Kid Cudi, Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying, heavy rotation right now. Can't even front. You know, like, these are some of my favorite artists, so they get my love no matter what. So I could be kind of biased. Like, I could, you know, feel some kind of way just because of who they are. But these albums are banging, you know, maybe just because I like their music. But, you know, these get heavy rotation right now. And, for those who don't know, those who keep falling asleep on them and letting them, you know, let them fade to the back of your mind, Lupe Fiasco's new album, Drogas. Banging. I mean, banging. Like, I wasn't expecting this Lupe. I was expecting, you know, a different kind of Lupe. Like, I've been rocking with him for so long. It's like, I've heard all the different Lupes, you know. He's a storyteller. He's a freedom fighter. He's lyrical. He's everywhere. He's touching all these subjects that people don't touch. And, you know, a lot of people don't like him because they feel like, yo, he's preaching to me. He's not preaching to you. He's rapping what he sees, and he's just hoping you can relate. And shoot, at least 85% of the album you can. Because he's talking about your community, your struggle, what you got going on. And boy, he's doing that because that's what he does. But he's also bringing up, he's being real Chicago-like. He's changed it up a little bit. The beats is killing him. The subject matter is killing him. So it's whatever it is you're listening to. Right now, that E1 Don, that Collard Greens and Kush 2, not trying to bring it up because that's my brother. That is banging right now. For like a 9-track album. I mean, I listened to it, but then I listened to it, shortly after, I didn't get a chance to listen to it before I had him on the show, and it was crazy because I'm like, I listen to everything he drops normally right when it drops. But like I said earlier, I'm just like, I'm on the move, so I'm kind of not paying attention to everything right now. But I listened to it. You talking about bangers? I'm talking about real bangers. Like, the album was over and I'm like, yo, are you kidding me? I had to play it back just to make sure I heard every song. Like, nah, I couldn't have been over. I was still jamming. I had to play it back. Like, yo, this is it. So, that's, like I said, like we was talking about on his interview, that's down there on that pit. But the rest of the stuff I'm listening to right now, y'all know y'all gotta go buy that, man. Stop pirating these people's music, man. I was into it and I know how it is. Let's stop pirating these people's music, man. If you got a favorite artist or somebody that you really rock with, buy that man album or that woman's album or that group's album. Just go ahead and buy it, you know what I mean? Because you like that artist enough to want to hear their music, but you also be like, not really want to pay to make sure they can continue doing their music. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I've been sitting in this position. I know how it feels. I want to make music and produce music, but you gotta be ready for it. So y'all go ahead and start buying these albums, man. Go ahead and give J. Cole your money. Go ahead and give Lupe your money. Go give E1 your money. Even though this mixtape is free, go support the man anyway. You know what I'm saying? Go give Cudi your money. He's out there still doing it. So if you got an artist that you love, somebody you like, man, go ahead and support that, man. Stop playing around, man. Come up out yourself and support somebody else, and you can turn around. Somebody might support you one day.
Pladio Ray.
Hey, for all my dudes out there, man, you know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and pause, no homo real quick. But if I just did like a whole segment strictly for like ladies, y'all wouldn't be offended, right? y'all would still rock with me, right? Y'all wouldn't be like, oh, no, we're not doing this anymore with you, Mr. L. You're out of here. I was just thinking about turning on my Barry White, like, hello baby, welcome in, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to have an alter ego out this thing. So trust, I'm about to get some of my friends on here, man, so we can have some of these other conversations, so I'm ready, man. I just hope, I don't do something silly and then, everybody like, nah, we're just not messing with you no more. Like, nah, you turned into the Rico Suave on that one part of that, and I gotta fast forward through that. Like, nah, I just want something to be entertaining, man. I just want to be entertaining as much as possible. So, maybe not a ladies only segment, maybe something a little different, but I'm gonna start working on some stuff, man. It's not just gonna be, guest hosts and questions. It's not gonna be no radio show questionnaire type deal. I'm actually gonna try to keep it different as much as possible. Like right now, I'm on a time crunch that's crazy. I'm sitting here looking at the clock like I gotta make some moves, but I don't want to go another week without having dropped something, without spoken to y'all, without letting y'all know what's going on. I'm trying to build up a fan base. I'm trying to have, a group of people that want to hear me. Right now my friends is on me like, yo, where's the new one at? Where's the episode at? Did it drop? What happened? Oh, come on, son. Just come on, son. Like, really, we need that out here, and You know, that's my drive right now. You know, you get your own drive. Like, yo, I wake up like, yo, I'm thinking about my show all day. I'm in my head running into different situations going like, I could talk about this. Look at this. I could talk about that. Oh, you know, so I'm always working, you know, in my head. I just don't be having time, and my situations change. So it's like I gotta find some space and some quiet so I can record without the world being sitting over my shoulder, you know. And I'm, like I said, I'm peaking at the time because I gotta make some moves, but I don't want to not be able to do this later. And I ain't trying to wait till 3 weeks from now to be like, hey, welcome to the Pladio Ray Show. I'm your man, Mr. L. It's been about 6 or 7 months since the last time I spoke to you, because I left the house one day on my grind and didn't come back for 8 months, gone to November. You know, I would hate to do that to you guys. You know, I hate to do that to myself, you know, because I feel like I need this. You know, keep rocking with me, man. I'm going to try to keep it real interesting. I just wanted to drop something, a little quick jewel real quick, man. And like I said earlier, you know, I just want to talk about my daughter and tell her how proud I was of her. So when she hears it, she know that I was really proud of her for standing up and being strong enough to get through her situation. And for anybody out there that's really going through some crazy stuff and had accidents, and, you know, and you out here surviving, man, congratulations, and be strong. You know what I'm saying? You can get through it. Because a lot of people just need somebody to tell them they can get through it, man, even when they feel like they can't. So you can get through it. You know, shout out to my brothers, shout out to E1 Don, Danny Digital, DJ Blackout, all those people that helped with the first few episodes, as we're still trying to figure this thing out and get it together, man. And, you know, I'm trying to get many more, so don't be upset and don't be confused. I might have a lot of repeat guests. You know, I might get Blackout and Digital and all them back on the show, man. It ain't going to be the same questions and the same answers. So we're going to get out here and do something good. And I'm going to try to keep talking to y'all, and I'm going to try to keep getting with y'all. So stay tuned, man. It's about to get bigger. And, you know, I'm back like I never left, you know. So as always,
you're listening to the Pladio Ray Show on 1099 Crunch Time. We didn't make this shit meant for Pladio Ray.
Mr. L.
Yeah. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. Yeah. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. Mr. L's fantastic. The museum, my flows like they did the Jurassic. Living life so vivid. I flow words and colors, so I paint when I spit it. It's time to get it. Look at me, I did it. I got my money up, and I know not to spend it. But I want something tinted, so you can't see who's in it. Sitting so clean and growls when I rev it. But that's just wasteful thinking. I'm thinking what I'm thinking. I need to concentrate. I know my clothes are reeking. I hear my soul speaking, telling me you got it. I was good, then better, then I went and topped it. I'm thinking, boy, stop it. This is murder one. Take these words, crush your chest like a nun. You believe I bear arms in the winter like a short sleeve. Mr. L's the name. Get to know me. Yeah. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. Time to get it right, but first I must be getting right. Not a classic, but admit you kinda feel it, right? I got the spirit, you can hear it in the words I write. Everybody went left, so I went right. I'm in your city, tell the ladies turn it up tonight. She wanna come with me, she only got tonight. Somebody tell Sean Paul that I need a light. I'm rolling sticky bud, and it's very light. You wanna party, then let's party till the sky is light. Then hustle away and turn day to night. I'm a beast like Cuddy on that day and night. I'm heading for the moon, watch your boy take flight. Your girl said I got it, and that's on sight. But I probably won't, Don't she think I might? My flow's amazing while these other dudes are just alright. Now I lay thee down, so go night night.
Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. Yeah. Yeah. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right.
Mr. L, Mr. L.
Yeah. Yeah. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right.
We didn't make this shiznit for Pladio Ray.